Hey guys, French Bear. So, first I'm doing a tier list on this channel. Uh, so what we're going to go over is what survival is the best, what survival is the worst, and there are many ways to make a tier list. You can go from different perspective. The one I picked is from a team one. I will assume that every character is playing with a decent comp team with a decent teammates as well, and together, not necessarily in comps, but at least 4 players, a 4 stack playing together often. Doesn't matter again. So that's what I would go by. I will not go by in a solo queue way, because I would like to make a tier list which shows how much those characters are good potentially, not just in bad situations, in most situations, and at the best. So, who are the best survivors? I can tell you there are 4. Well, and please forgive me for the bad quality. I didn't do this from PC, just phone and here, so yeah, you will see. Alright, there you go. So, the best survivors. First, Henry, just because of his ability. His ability to allows the team to make a comeback no matter how bad they played, how if his 3 teammates play completely wrong and all mess up, he can make the whole team come back with his ability. So that's why he's at the top. Other than that, his abilities are great. He's good enough to beat any demon in any situation with pretty much any team. So, he has all that you need as a warrior to be good, and he has this ability that hardcore carry team possibly. I would say 90% of the time. Then we have Hunter Ash. Why is he there? Why not another Hunter? Because his ability, especially at the book and also at the beginning, to depossess a unit and basically waste a basic, and that basic won't do anything, and there is no counter from the demon. He can in-possess his unit before the Ash depossess it, but he still loses unit. His control unit, especially at the book. The improvement they gave him, if you are Prestige 5, even if you're not, even just Prestige 1, his double barrel is nasty. The balance per damage is crazy on him, so there is that too. Matters very much. So in possess and double barrel, and the fact that he starts with it gives him an edge a bit on the collecting part of the game, when you begin. Then we have the best healer. This could be controversial a bit, but if played with a good team and and the right way, he will give the team unlimited healing. Unlimited, really. If you disagree with this, maybe not against Necromancer because of the flute, it's a bit tricky, but if the whole team have sledgehammers and they stun lock the demon in pretty much 1 second and a half, 2 seconds every time, and then that's when the healing begins. You are going to have an unlimited amount of healing for the team, and you can just make the game go forever, unless there is some snowball going on and then the whole team falls apart. Well, if you have Henry, that won't. No, less chances that does happen. Then we have the best support. Why Annie? Because of the Starlock. Simple. If you take her and you couple her with the best healer, you have a team who can Starlock in 1 second, and every time the demon is peg Starlocked, that's free healing because he can't attack. So them combined together is just an insane combo. A big amount of Starlock and a big amount of healing at the same time is just too strong. So that's why they're at the top, S tier. So now we will move on to to A tier. So survivors are not necessarily as strong, as special I would say, but still give something to the team. So we have Cheryl, extremely good healer. She could be S tier, but I like to think that Ash is above, because in infinite healing versus crazy amount of healing and does not match. Ash obviously is more technical than Cheryl, but Cheryl is more easy to use, and in average, that's the one you should pick. Well, but her skill setting is not as high as Ash, not even close. Oh, I forgot to mention the headshots part of Ash. Anyways, so Cheryl, the collage she gave are just insane. Pure healing, that's why she's there. Pure healing, she's the best healers with items, so she still needs items unlike Ash. Then we have Leader Ash, who can provide the team more damage. Doesn't matter if you're a hunter, doesn't matter if you are a warrior, he will give you more damage. He also can use a chainsaw, which is useful because you might not, this is good for damage. No big deal though, but yeah. His addition in overall damage to the team is why he is there. And he's also his fear. So the ability he has that makes the teammates around him have less fear is really useful. Then, controversial again, we have another hunter there. Some people might not think he is almost at the top as a hunter, but I do. His ability to give over warriors or hunters, or even supports, who knows. But like better rarity weapons and more pink F, that matters so much, especially with the leaders update where they need 25. His ability to somehow make a warrior who might be B tier, C tier, S tier by giving him a legendary or a purple weapon, I think that puts him right there. He's not as good as Ash because he's not as straightforward strong as him because of his ability, but he is still extremely good. Also, his ability to counter the current trap meta that you cannot dodge anymore is super strong too. And if we talk about damage, well, he always have a better weapon than other hunters, like one rarity above, so he does have a good damage too, in an indirect way. Then we have Mia. I wasn't sure about putting her there, but the amount of damage she provides is just insane. She can solo anything. More than a hunter, she can solo anything. And not just a bit, she will go through any unit or any boss if given the right weapon and the right circumstances. And that crazy amount of damage, without the need to go and loot around the map to get it, really puts her on a really high spot. At his higher spot than others, like a hunter like Kelly does have a big amount of damage too, but she still needs to collect. It still goes with some conditions, and it's not as fast, you need to reload. As a warrior, you will not need to reload. You can just go ahead and bonk everything every 0.5 seconds, swing and kill a unit, pretty much. So that's why she's here. So the A tier to me are characters who provide things to the team except for Mia, and that's why they are there. They don't provide crazy stuff as the survivors on the S tier do, but they're still extremely good. Now we move on to the B tier. So B tier. B tier we have Ash Warrior, who is very conventional in a way, in what he does, damage, a higher resistance, a higher damage when he drinks his potion. He can use every weapon that is given to him, meaning that Ash can find a chainsaw and use it. And that seems small, but there are not so many double-handed melee weapons. Double-handed melee weapons are the best. And the ability to use any that he finds and use it, like he can find an axe and use it well. He can find a chainsaw and use it well. I think it matters too. He also, within the given circumstances, deal more damage with firearms if he uses his potion. So against Henrietta, or if he needs to shoot, if he has a nanny with him, he can provide some extra firearm damage, which makes him a bit special. His ability to play well against Necromancer thanks to the finishers also give him an extra again. But nothing too crazy. Still very solid survivor, can play against any demon. And we move on to Kelly. Well, Kelly used to be super strong when people didn't know how to play the game that well. She is still extremely strong in damage and yeah, simply damage. The bleed damage she has is probably the best thing about her. Crazy. The dodge is good, but not necessary. It just adds even more dodges to a character who doesn't need them, but can be useful. To to provide more bleeding damage through the ability to dodge forever. So that's why she's there. Super high amount of damage. Then we have Pablo, who I think can be very special in the right hands. Pablo mains to me are scary. I think they deserve to be there, at least at the middle. They don't provide much to the team. I mean, the shield is a bit good, but if they were to give 2 shield bars instead of one full shield bar, then they might be higher. But yeah, Pablo is special. I think he can clutch. And yeah, I might be biased on this one, but I have a lot of hate and respect both for Pablo mains. Because they're... I don't know, Baker Pablo main is just something different. This is how I will put it. And he's a good healer. So his ability to provide amulets is also useful in different ways. Okay. Now we move on to C tier. So, C tier. Still, good survivors here who can beat any demon in any given circumstances, but you need skill. That will not be as easy. Okay, so despite this tier list, going from S tier to D tier, all of the survivors within the right circumstances and team, and with the right amount of skill, can do really, really well. It's just harder. They are not weak. So that's one thing I wanted to add. So Scotty could really be in the B tier. To me, I mean, he's extremely reliable, extremely strong. He just needs an axe and that's it. If he has an axe, he's super useful. He will not have as much damage as Ash, because Ash with any weapon can still use his potion to provide himself more damage, and I do think that matters. And I'm not even comparing to Mia, who can do more damage with an axe than Scotty does. It's quite funny. She doesn't have the speed though, so he's still better than her with an axe, I would say. Even though if she swings and make more damage, the speed doesn't matter as much. So yeah, Scotty is super solid, but not as good as the other warriors, so I think he should be there. I'm not sure, so I don't know if you agree or if you disagree. I don't play Scotty a lot. I might be wrong. He might be S tier, he might be A tier, he might be B tier, he might be D tier. This one I would be very surprised. I think Scotty can be good in a competitive team. That's how much I would say about him. But I don't think he's better than the others. So that's why he's there. Now Amanda. Amanda is a less played survivor, if I'm correct. At first, a lot of people were playing her because of her ability, which got buffed and I think is super strong. In the right hands, I think she does a lot of damage, and she has a good economy, and she's a good hunter. However, I don't see her dealing as much damage as Kelly because of the bleeding damage Kelly applies, meaning you just need to nail one shot and then you will get a lot from this one shot. The more shots you nail, the more damage you do. With Amanda it's a bit the same, but if you miss one shot, tricky. And the pistol is trash. I mean, he can be good, but again, Yeah, not as good as other hunters, let's put it that way. And well, this healer. Ah, okay. You know what, let's compare to D tier. So we have the new healer they gave us, still in C tier. I think he's good and he can be compared to a warrior, that's why he's in C tier and not D tier. But his healing is poor. His ability to craft weapons is good, but not that game changing. He will mostly craft freaking crossbows that you don't need, so yeah, his balance by damage, however, is strong, but not game changing. And now in the D tier. So we have Alfur, who is super fun to play with and super fun to play, and he adds more damage, so much more damage, but so much unnecessary damage, I would say. If you're playing duo queue, however, I think it changes a bit. I think Alfur can be above D tier, but in a team he just provides unnecessary damage. I mean, only to warriors, that would be the problem, and that's why Leader Ash is way above him. Okay. Oh, and then we have the last one, the healer. The most useless healer that they created and they also decided to nerf him. Honestly, I don't know why they nerfed the worst character basically to a degree that is laughable. Nobody uses him already, so just nerf him. It doesn't matter at this point. Nobody uses him, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe he's still a healer, so being a healer can be strong, but compared to others, it's with me, I do find him useful, however. But yeah, that's about it. I think that's it. So tell me what you think. If the quality is not amazing, I'm sorry. You can always tell me it's bad. I will just agree. But if you still did find this useful, that's cool. I don't know. Do you agree with those choices? It's really difficult with 16 survivors to make the perfect choices and to place them in the right order. So I tried my best. I tried my best to put them at the place they deserve. Some of them it's arguable, I would say, but survivors such as Scotty. I think they might be A tier. I think they could be there, but I don't see them being as good as others, so that's why I put them there. Survivors like Cheryl could very well might be S tier, but I decided not to put her here because of Healer Ash, because of what I have seen as Healer Ash, and since the beginning of the game, knowing that there is a healer who can heal. Well, basically the way I would put it is, as long as the demon is Bankster Lock, that's free healing for the whole team if you have a healer Ash. So that is just super strong. So yeah, thanks for watching.